So, John, I'm working on. Got 16 tracks laid out, different tracks, different sounds. Um, I'm gonna run through the sounds real quick. I'm gonna actually solo them. We'll solo each one. Um, just for info purposes, I'm working on the Mpc One right here. My Mpk 249. This is what I use to create. I'm using the software in my editing purposes because it's nice to have a nice screen versus, you know, the little screen on the Mpc One or the Mpk 249. Alright, so I'm gonna solo each track. I got 16 of them, so you know, just chill, check it out, let me know. You know what I mean? Alright, so we're gonna solo the first piano layer. You know what I mean? Real simple. Boom, bang. Second layer. So it's kind of starting to gain some feeling. You know what I mean? Third layer. It's kind of gonna give it some tension. You know what I mean? It's gonna make you feel like, you know what I mean? What's going on? What's about to happen? Kind of shit right there. Fourth layer, I added some strings to give it a little pop. Which I'll probably use mainly on the chorus. Alright. So I got some sound effects I added in there. Some nice samples. Give it a little bit more of that. Oh, yeah. Kind of feel. You know what I mean? A little something extra. Right? A little something extra. I like to add a high pitched bell to kind of cut through all the, you know what I mean, the darkness, you know what I mean? It kind of cuts through, but it keeps in that same sort of vibe. Right? Then, a little something, give it, you know what I mean? Little bass line. Add some little grit to it. You know what I mean? I'll probably use that with the kick and shit, you know what I mean? With just the kick, with no 808 or nothing like that, you know what I mean? And the last layer, I added a little something to kind of, you know, end it off, you know what I mean? Kind of give it a, you know what I mean? Thanks for coming. We appreciate you, you know what I mean? See you next week, kind of vibe, you know what I mean? So, So that's the 16 different tracks I put together. Now I'm gonna keep it 100. None of that is sampled, so to speak. All of that is key played in, you know what I mean, from the muscle. The vocals are, you know, vocal samples. But just that. You know what I mean? The ooh, the ah, the, you know what I mean? That shit there, that sample, but anything else is, you know what I mean, from the muscle, you know what I mean? Not to knock the game, the hustle, or whatever. I'm just, I'm into, creating everything from scratch. It feels different to me, you know what I mean? So I'm going to kind of run through it and bring things in. You know what I mean? Kind of give you a feel of where I want to kind of go with the next step of the beat. Because right now this is just me. I created 16 tracks to, build. This is a 8-bar loop, I think this is. Yeah, I think this is an 8-bar loop. So I built the 8-bar loop. Next step, I'm gonna sequence it out. After I sequence it out, I'll arrange it, and then after I arrange it, I'll mix it. You know what I mean? To give it that final. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna play it how I would, or how I'm envisioning, or just getting ideas for the arrangement. This time I'm gonna go into pad mute. Because in that way I can kind of bring stuff in when I want, you know what I mean, blah, 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 blah. All right, so I'm going to I'll probably start with this piano layer, right? And then quickly kind of segue, I don't know, maybe come in like that, right? Yeah. And then maybe that layer right there need to come down in volume, so right there, that right there. Bring that down a little bit. You know what I mean? Pop over here real quick to there we go. There we go. So when it come in, it don't come in as hard. We're gonna bring it down a little bit more. You know what I mean? Bring that down a little bit more. Bring that one down a little bit. Yeah, now they kind of complement each other, you know what I mean? So that's where I'm thinking I would start at, somewhere like there, right? And then maybe bring those in. hard shit, you know what I mean? Some mixing tweaks.